So 𝗕𝗔𝗪𝗂 has seen a fantastic surge to the upside. We can see here on the daily time frame just how well 𝗕𝗪𝗂 has done, pushing up to 2.560 cents. Over on the weekly time frame, breaking through the green 50 SMA and touching upon the red 50 SMA, currently finding this as a bit of rejection. And on the lower time frames, well, we have got that impulsive break to the upside. So the question begs, what is going on with 𝗕𝗪𝗂? Where is it likely to go next? Has 𝗕𝗪𝗂 bottomed? Let's talk everything in today's video. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Cheeky Crypto Uncensored. Let's get straight into this one for today. 𝗕𝗪𝗂 paired up with USDT, Binance being the data source, and of course we can see a very positive outlook here for 𝗕𝗪𝗂. We have had that bullish change of character on the 4-hour time frame. We have had the bullish break of structure or continuation of the structure to the upside. So overall, we are in a fantastic push here for 𝗕𝗪𝗂's price action. We can see that overall we are in a bit of an impulsive move to the upside. We can take over this initial push to the high here of 1.825 cent on the 1st of October. We can bring that over to that next wick low, where we can see we have hit that impulsive trigger. The impulsive trigger coming around about 2.2 cent. We can see we cleanly blasted through that. The internal count of the structure as well, we have spent quite a lot of time on this one, and we also have that the internal impulsive structure coming back down in the wave 4. Once again, we can see overall here A, B and C corrective pattern. So we know that overall we are in that impulsive breakout to the upside here for 𝗕𝗪𝗂 on the 4-hour time frame. When we look at that wave 4, well, we have came down, entered into the typical area for the wave 4 between 2 cent and 1.909. If we were to just draw this box on, we would be looking for the typical retracement coming down into here. So it's fantastic. We have seen that the confirmation of the impulsive break. So the question begs, where are we likely to go next for 𝗕𝗪𝗂 on that 4-hour time frame? Well, we have got that target area drawn out. So what we do here, we take the high of the wave 3, bring it down to the low of the wave 4, and we have the target area for that impulsive move coming between 2.427 cents and 2.598. where you can clearly see we have entered on into that area. So overall, 𝗕𝗪𝗂 playing out fantastically well here. So we have to now look, is this push to the upside finished? So take that 100% move of the initial push to the upside. We'll bring it over to that next wick low. Internally, we can see a corrective structure. Let's just ensure we are on that low. It should be 2.012, and we can see the impulsive trigger coming at 2.374 cent. And what we can see on the charts, this impulsive trigger has been met by this candle right on here, the 7th of December, around about 8 AM UTC. So overall, we have the structure in place. We know we have met that impulsive move to the upside. If we were to draw this one on the charts, once again, we'd have a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and we are in that 5th wave. Potentially that 5th wave is complete. That would just be the internal count. If we were actually really to scrutinize this one down a little bit more, we would look for that impulsive breakout coming on up here. We could see this one go on just a little bit yet. 1, 2, wave 3, 4. This could still be in its wave 3 with a little bit more still to come here. We could really scrutinize this one down once again, guys. Let's look at this. Waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down into its 2, this here being a wave 3, this here being a wave 4, this here being a wave 5, inside of the wave 3, inside of the wave 5, still to expect another retracement as a wave 4 and a wave 5 of that 5th wave. So we can see how these are all starting to nest out here. That 𝗕𝗪𝗂 may well have another little bit in the tank. However, we can also appreciate that perhaps that this is not the correct count, and we have topped out in this 5th wave. But the structure internally here, we can actually see how this one is actually, starting to break down overall for 𝗕𝗪𝗂. So it does look like potentially we have more to the upside for 𝗕𝗪, which is absolutely fantastic. When we do look at the stochastic positioning, we can see that 4-hour is quickly resetting. It does look like we're coming down to perhaps test out the 50 EMA in red here at 2.3 cent, perhaps pushing down as low as that 50 SMA at 2.332. So we can see that it's quite interesting. The bottom right hand corner, we can see the 4-hour is oversold, sharply correcting to the downside. So it does look likely to have another break to the upside for 𝗕𝗪𝗂. Fantastic to see. When we look at it from the daily time frame, well, once again, we are impulsive for 𝗕𝗪𝗂. Smart money concept is telling us something a little bit different here, though, that we have a strong high, we have a weak low. even though we have continued this push to the upside, we have breached that previous X wave high. So I am of the opinion, that perhaps we have still got a little bit more to the upside. Now, we can argue that there's a double top situation here. We have wick just higher. We pushed up to 2.560, the previous wick high here at 2.536. We could argue this being a double top scenario. It's very bearish. We should be seeing a breakdown. Structure wise, on the lower timeframes, it does look like there's still a little bit more to the upside. We can actually see that one just on in here with a wave 1, a wave 2, this all being a wave 3. We're currently in that wave 4, and we're still looking for that 5th wave. So in my opinion, do with that as you wish, guys. As always, I do think we still have a little more to the upside for 𝗕𝗓𝗂. Of course, the weekly and daily stochastics are heavily overbought. They are looking for that correction, but as we know, this market is kind of rocketing to the upside, so it's fantastic to see, fantastic gains. Is the bottom in for 𝗕𝗓𝗂 at 1.466? Well, it firmly looks like it is, in my opinion. So how could we perhaps target out the next low for 𝗕𝗓𝗂? Well, first of all, we need to kind of construct where we could potentially be going on this push to the upside. So let's just say that we are in the wave 4. We may be looking for that to come down to around about the 2.3 to 2.2 cent level. So from there, we would obviously look for that next push to the upside. In my opinion, would be that final 5th wave. We could see this one, let's just say, push as high as 2.755 cent. If we were to take this final 5th wave of the 5th wave at 2.75 cent, we can give ourselves a rough pricing here. Well, we could be looking for that retracement. If you're looking to get your position in for 𝗕𝗓𝗂, well, we know that we will then be looking for the retracement of the entire move to the upside. First of all, the 50% retracement at 2.01 cent, and the 88.2% retracement down here at 1.579 cent. This area would, in my opinion, as the structure lies just now, without confirmation of the move to the upside being complete, I do still think there is more to come. I would be looking for 𝗕𝗓𝗂 to at least come back down and test out this area. This being the 50 to 80% retracement of this entire move. It does seem very likely to do so. In particular, down here we have a nice area of resistance turn support. What we'll do here, we'll just make this a nice solid white line, and we'll drag this one actually all the way back to here. Yeah, right on in here. So first of all, we could come back to this drop to the downside. We can see it acted as support, and then it turned into resistance. Turning into resistance once again on this push to the upside. Once we came back through on this wave 3 to the upside, we obviously turned this one into support, coming back down to test it. So I do think, this push to the upside, upon its completion, we will see the price come back down. A retest of around about 1.793 looks like a very interesting level, as you can clearly see on the charts here. But of course, the weekly and the daily looking for that correction. I think that may be the scenarios to bring us back down to around about 1.7, perhaps 1.5 cent. You never know. Still a fantastic area to be getting into 𝗕𝗓𝗂, in my opinion, if it is one for you. So we're obviously looking at the potentials of, where we're likely to go. Are we likely to get back into 𝗕𝗓𝗂? Where's the next opportunity? So we can see that playing out in the time frames. When we look at the weekly chart, well, of course, we can see that full bear market structure. It does look like it has bottomed out to me. We have a very strong position at that 1.466 cent. Ironically, what we can see down here is falling between the 1.236 and the 1.382. In my opinion, we have seen the bottom for this project. The market in itself, this move to the downside being this W, X and Y structure. There is a potential that we could see this one grow another leg and see this as a W, X, Y, X and Z, but without us actually hitting that 1.382, I do find that, to be pretty much unlikely to happen. I do think we have seen the bottom here of 1.466, so we do have to keep in the back of our minds that we may still see this one come a little bit lower, but as it sits just now, the structures are setting. I think we have completed this move. So we can also look ahead here. Where could we speculate? Speculate being the key word. 𝗕𝗓𝗂 could go to in the bullish market. Well, we can simply look at this one, guys. We can look at this previous this previous bull market, and take the 1-to-1 retracement of here, the 100% move here, bring it over to the bear market low we currently have here at 1.466 cent, and we can actually have a look that we've already marked this one up on the screen. So We have our Fibonacci levels, making this the idea of a big A, B and C structure. Now of course that 1-to-1 to the 1.236 speculative outlook here would be a $1.73 𝗲𝗪𝗂 all the way up to $5.31. But that's the speculative outlook. Do we think it is truly going to go up to those levels? I think it would be very hard pushed to do so. Considering the price just now is at 1.466 cents, a push up to that $5 level for ZIL, I think is highly unlikely. Not impossible, we can see there is a potential for it to do so, but the returns for 𝗲𝗪𝗂, you'd be looking at around about 36,500% in returns. I'm not ruling it out, I'm not saying it's impossible, it is very unlikely for it to do so. Even if it pushed up towards that 1-to-1 around about the $1.73 level, you're looking at 11,659%. So a potential 100x surge for 𝗲𝗪𝗂? Potentially, but I'm not saying that is the probable outlook. I want to be realistic with this one. And we can have a look at certain levels. First of all, we can see the Fibonacci levels drawn on the charts here of that 100% move taken to that B wave low. We have the 0.236 coming at 4.656 cent, the 0.382 at 9.3 cent. I think we're quite likely to see these ones filled out, as is the 0.5 Fibonacci level at 16 cent. Fantastic returns on those ones so far if you'd managed to get in around about the 1.462 level. The 236 at 200%, very attainable in my humble opinion. The 382 fib level at 534%, once again, I think is very attainable position for 𝗲𝗪𝗂 in the bullish market. The 0.5 fib level at 1000% of returns. Now I think that's quite a nice level. I do think it will do better, but first of all, 16 cent 𝗲𝗪𝗂 I think is absolutely fantastic to do so. But the important one we can look at is that previous all-time high. The previous all-time high for 𝗲𝗪𝗂 on the 3rd of May 2021 at 25.691 cent, you would be looking at around about a 1,664% return on investment, which is fascinating and is also fantastic. What we can also see via Smart Money Concept is a weak high. Smart Money Concept expecting this one not to hold. Just above that weak high, we have the 618 fib level. Let's stretch this one open for you guys. You can see it a bit better here. The 618 fib level, as I like to obviously talk about ever so often, has great psychology behind it. A great selling pressure will, in my opinion, come here around about 1,848% returns at 28 cent for 𝗲𝗪𝗂. Again, I don't think it's out the realms of possibility to get there. It's going to be a monumental run to the upside, but we can look at that 618 as an interesting level. The 702 fib at 2,822% returns, there or thereabout. We'll call it, yeah, 42 cent. Could get to there. The 786, well, once again, 63 cent, a 4,200% return on investment. The 882 fib level at $1. Psychologically, guys, if we've seen 𝗲𝗪𝗂 get to $1, 763% return on investment would be a fantastic return. If we seen 𝗲𝗪𝗂 get to $1, I think the selling pressure would be so immense that we would really limit that next move to the upside, where we would obviously look at that 1-to-1 retracement level, giving us that 11,800-ish% return on investment. Of course, the 1.236 looking, around about the 36,000%. Let's, really rein it in, though, guys. Let's not shoot for the stars. I think we have some very interesting levels on that push to the upside. It'll be interesting to know where you guys are targeting 𝗲𝗪𝗂 to go. Do you think it has the potential to push up to $1? Do you expect it to go more, or do you not expect it to do as well? Please let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I thought it was just good to touch on 𝗲𝗪𝗂's potentials for the future and where it may be going. Let us know your thoughts, your opinions, and your interest in 𝗲𝗪𝗂 if you would like to see it covered more on the channel. Let us know in the comments down below, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash up the like button, subscribe, tap on the bell, all the usual good stuff. If you are going to trade, please do trade safely. Have a nice tight stop loss, make some great gains, stay safe in the space, and until next time, have a very nice day.